peace of my mind. Let's see where this goes. It's gonna be partly silent stream, just intimate, just getting my thoughts out. It's my daily practice, my daily drawing practice. If you appreciate this work, if you connect with it, let me know in the comments. If you want to join my art newsletter, email delasouart@gmail.com. Again, that's delasouart@gmail.com. We'll talk about that more in the future live. Let's get some fixes. How you doing, Armin? Appreciate everybody tuning in. If you appreciate this piece or you connect with the piece, definitely let me know in the comments. We're just doing a quick drawing. Part of my daily art practice. One with my mind. Just going with the flow. we're gonna do two drawings for this session. I appreciate everybody who's tuning in. If you connect with this piece, evokes any emotions while I'm creating it in the moment, I'd love to hear your thoughts as I give you a piece of my mind with this quick drawing session in the art studio. I'm just gonna go in with a little bit of brown. Yo, what's going on, Jamie? And I can't say that, but I appreciate you tuning in as well. I appreciate everybody who's tuning in. I'll just say appreciate you, number 2. Excuse me. Appreciate everybody who's tuning in. you connect with these pieces, let me know in the chat if you feel comfortable or you just appreciate the figurative work or if they evoke any emotions in the present moment. I'd love to hear your thoughts if you're comfortable sharing. So, what do you do? Love the color. I do a lot of things. I've gone through different phases within my artist journey. Currently, I'm at, I will call the best growth phase, at least internally for me as an artist. So right now, I'm just going with the flow and doing things behind the scenes, um, regarding my art, right? But this is just another part of my process that I'm bringing to that realm, going live stream, giving as many people that opportunity to experience my art behind the scenes as well as I go through a new phase of my artist journey. I don't like to. It's not something you can really explain, right? Because there's just so many phases, and excuse me, that's something that I've learned throughout my stages as an artist, right? Beginning from when I started art, it wasn't a means for me to um, try to display my artwork immediately somewhere. It was literally, a form of art therapy for me. So along that journey, I found my way exploring more of the art world, and kind of seeing, I guess, where I fit in, right? Or just going with the flow in that regard. And then throughout that journey, I was able to amass different collectors in different areas within my wearable art and other areas of my art. But this phase of my artist journey is different. So you'll be seeing a lot more of like more bodies of work put together more intentfully. Currently, I'm at a big point of cataloging everything up until my journey up until now. So that's a big project right now that I'm trying to finish as quick as possible, to continue cataloging all my newest works as well, ongoing. But this is cataloging from 10 years and past. Um, Something to expand and to kind of to give more of who I am as an artist and how I found myself like through my artist journey and where I see myself, currently in my work. So I wouldn't call myself a graffiti artist per se. Like I never was that was a graffiti artist going on the street growing up. I have one black book growing up, and I still have that. And I used to do some graffiti handwork in that black book in middle school, but that was about it. I did I graffitied about maybe twice, once in middle school. Um, but other than that, I wasn't considered like an artist. Like nobody knew me as an artist. That was something later on in my 20s. And even so, going to my late 20s up into my 30s really is where the progression as an artist really for me um, became, because like I said, although in the back of my head like art was always something that intrigued me, fashion, photography, just art in general, and I always had this back of my head wanting to express myself through art while connecting with others. But it wasn't until later on that it was like just something that felt natural to me. So I feel like the best thing is just going with the flow. That's all I can really, say. My art is always available. Um, the way I go about my art now is a little different, but like that's neither here or there. Um, I'm more excited about like actually showing the process along with my growth as an artist as well. So this is a lot of things that I'm working on behind the scenes and trying to balance that as well, right? Because it's a lot. I'm not gonna lie. but I'm taking it, taking certain steps, have been taking certain steps, whatever, and now I'm calling it phases of your art career, because you know, just like life, there's certain phases in our life that we grow, we change, we have different perspectives, our whys in life change, and so this is that phase of my human experience that I'm aware of, but going with the flow and just letting God take its work while I continue to create nonstop throughout my vision, and just putting out pure intent, really connecting with the people, with as many people as I can through my art. That's really like the main goal of this phase, right? It's always been the main goal, but that's the main goal intertwined with everything else that's all new. But if you have a specific question, that was kind of broad, but I got you. I started out with SPFX, silicone, and prosthetics. Quarter bird. Word. Wait, silicone. That's dope. That's a lot of different mixed medias. Yeah, man. With art, there's just so many things you can do in art as an artist. Like for me, I feel like the most important thing is that you become one with your art. Like I've always felt like I was always one with my art, because it was always a part of me, and a part of my raw therapeutic expression. But it wasn't until I feel like you get into that flow state to be able to create in that way, and then everything else kind of is a progression of how an artist or any human in general maneuvers through their human experience of life, and wherever they feel like they want to go without expectations, and let the universe handle that. Do you work on art a lot as well, Jamie? Like, is that something you do daily, or often? Let's top this off with the time. It's 3:16 a.m. 3:26. I appreciate the love, Gerald. Thank you for tuning in. Jamie, you sound like you've done graffiti. Have you done graffiti before? Or was that like a thing for you? Don't incriminate yourself. You currently do it. Sometimes you just have to ask the question. The voice of the voiceless. The words most people think but won't say out loud because either they're too scared, embarrassed, or who knows why, to be truthfully honest. Yeah, bro, daily, but I'm just getting back into interviews. Relationship 6 years old. Young in the 90s. Oh, that's dope, fam. That's fire. Much respect. I have respect for graffiti artists. That's fire. He said B-boy. Damn. Sheesh. I wish I lived back in that era, I'm not gonna lie. That would have been a nice era. This one was just a quick sketch. Wasn't even, not gonna even. Nice and just expressing the mind. That's fire though. But I think that completes these two quick drawings. Thinking about doing some more, but might tune in. Might tune in again for those. Who knows? You definitely should put out more of your art on YouTube. Or I don't know if you do them maybe on other platforms. I'm just saying. What I saw was pretty fire. But I appreciate everybody who tuned in for my live drawing session, my daily one-on-one drawing. In this case, 2 one-on-one drawings for this live art session. If you connect with these pieces, or they evoke any emotions, or you just appreciate the art in general, let me know what you see in them, how you feel about it. If you appreciate my art, let me know. If you don't appreciate the art, still, you can let me know. No hard feelings. That's all part of the art process. Different eyes, different visions. It's all a human experience. I love everybody though with the same heart. I am Broski, and I hit up with you on 4.5 years ago. That's dope. Yeah, man. I plan on going to New York and handing out some art, but I'm gonna keep that one on the low. I mean, it's really not on the low since I just said it now, but the way I'm gonna do it is gonna be somewhat on the low, but I'm gonna figure it out. Um, but yeah, I'm gonna be giving out a lot of small artworks on paper, like or trading cards, something like that. Something similar to that. Say, but the concept, I guess. Nah, I don't live in New York. I live in New Jersey. But I live about like 45 minutes away from New York with bus at least. With car too, I guess, but that's, you know what I'm saying, if you don't get hit with traffic. It's getting nice out too, so that's definitely, something I have to get over to. So hopefully, yeah, man. Hopefully, I leave some like artwork somewhere, and maybe you can go pick it up. Maybe I'll leave it on Fulton Ave, and I'll post it on my YouTube community page, the street, and say y'all can go pick it up there. I'm gonna do something like that, so it's definitely coming. There's some back end project that I'm working on, but it's not finalized, so I don't want to talk about it fully. But what I'm saying in general is gonna happen though, regardless. But the project itself is different but intertwined. I like both of these pieces. Yo, I appreciate it, paralocking. Whoa. You know why I'm getting you mixed up on like paradoxes sometimes? Because I know somebody else who has a similar name. So I'm like getting mixed up. And I'm like, oh, um, I noticed. I just noticed that. But I appreciate that. I just finished these off. This was 2 quick drawings. These live drawing sessions in the art studio. And technically this is mixed media drawing because there's acrylic on there and acrylic sticks and whatever. But each live stream that I do, at least that's just a impromptu daily one of one drawing in the studio. I'm just trying to do it as quick as possible. Um, the drawing itself, and then if I'm, you know, happen to talk to somebody really quick, then that happens. But like, some videos just end up being like 12 minutes or up to 30 minutes if I'm doing two or one, or it depends on the mood. But the goal is to continue to do it quick, 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 to I don't know, just to keep that flow. I just like it. I just like to keep your mind going, And for me, that's just what I like to do. It's just part of my daily. Don't do it yet. I'm visiting my daughter in Texas, but I'll be back in Bedford start later next week. I'll definitely. Oh yeah, it's not like it's gonna be next week or so. So you good? We good. This is not. I'm not in a rush to go be giving out free art, fam. But this is a street art project, so it's like what I'm saying. It's a part of the whole vision, and a part of just trying to get what I'm saying, my name out there even more with the community and connecting more, and saying, yo, I'm here, I'm ready to pop out like an introvert, but in my own time, just gotta balance. That's why I play with the word time a lot recently in my, because one thing's for certain is that we're not stopping time. We're gonna get old. We all gonna die. That is for certain. Unless they come up with a cure, but we don't. From what I know, I don't think we got that yet, Elon. Um, so until then, if you haven't yet, consider subscribing so you can experience the living artist journey. I appreciate everybody who tuned in to my love art drawing session. Got you, Sam. Gonna do it live as well, but I'm limited on materials here. Yes, sir. You should, for sure. Yeah, man. Definitely. When I pop out to New York and do that project, I'll let you. I'll post it on the community on my. I'll do it some way to where it's announced on my YouTube or something, and I'll try to put it somewhere to where you can get something over there too. We'll figure it all out. Something like in my head is gonna be something where I can produce a mass mass artwork that represents who I am, to be able to connect with everybody in a way that I wish I would be doing more of graffiti, but that's something that I would like to do in the legal way, per se, with my current style. But I feel like this project and just doing this is more of a way like to connect with the streets more. Like I like that. That's really always been like what I've always wanted to be about. Um, but everybody has their own journey. You feel me? And this is mine. But again, I appreciate everybody. I appreciate you, Jamie. I'll see everybody soon. And we out. Appreciate the love, guys. Wherever you are in the world, in the morning, afternoon, evening, word, you do your work mad fast like graffiti artists. Yeah, yeah, word. I've always appreciated graffiti, so I think that's just kind of like, you know, maybe the influence with that. I mean, to be honest, like I said, that was my first ever actually putting my hand on a paper and saying, "Yo, I wanted to like do some hand graffiti because I was itching to do graffiti on the street." Was that black book? My mother didn't know what she was getting into. She brought me that day to the craft store. I still remember it was AC Moore. Uh, she got me a black book and she got me a silver acrylic pen, and it was over from there. Like it was a wrap. After that, I don't think I noticed I would use that book as a therapy until later when I was creating as a therapy. And then it wasn't even till later that I was like, shit, I was already creating as a therapy before I even knew I needed this. But I stepped away from it because it wasn't conscious. Sometimes we step away from the things that are good for us and we fall into other shit that makes no sense. So I guess that's a lesson learned. Maybe something uh somebody can learn from, you know. But I appreciate everybody. Uh, we'll be back. Appreciate you, Jamie. I don't know, man. I feel like I see a collaboration in the future or something with Jamie. I don't know. I see something, but it can't be like now. It has to be like just random crazy, like, oh, we just quick drawing together or something. I see it. I don't know, bro. Like, I don't see it with a lot of people, but I could be wrong though. But I appreciate everybody who tuned in. If you haven't already, I'm gonna say one more time. Um, Consider subscribing so you can experience a living artist journey and get to know me and more of my art. Word. When you ready, I'm ready, broski. That's good. Thank you, Unlike a Paradox. Yeah, man. I'm just going with the flow now. I think there's a time for like talking through it, and then there's a time where like, you know what you are going to do, and that's just for yourself. You know what I'm saying? And you go through that until you're ready to maneuver through that silence to speak upon it. Um, Instead of just always speaking. Because honestly, things change, and so if I'm speaking something that I'm not fully invested in, you know what I'm saying, and it changes later, you know what I'm saying, I don't like that all the time. But as a human experience, I think that's good anyway, because as an artist, you should be expressing. Like, if I feel in the moment like I need to get out a message at that moment, I'm stopping what like I'm creating, and I'm gonna create on that emotion and that time period. You know what I'm saying? If some world event happened and it connected with me, you know what I'm saying, not just because it's a world event or whatever, like, and I need to do it. That's just what it is, and I think that's what it is with just going with the flow in life in general, as a human experience in general, not just an artist in general. But I just correlate everything with art because, for me, as my art gets better, I progress a little bit better as a human, but the art seems to progress a little bit more for me, my own human experience. So thank God for my art, because without my art, I don't know, man. I will have books, but my art is what is helping me understand life more and process this human experience I call life. But all right, that's enough talking for today. You got a little bit of raw, little just impromptu. Wasn't ready for that. But that's what I like about art and the human experience, is that you create your vision, you create your why, you create when you want to do. Right now is the do. That's what I'm saying. We're all born a piece of art. Facts. We're all born a piece of art, and we all have a piece of originality, right? And I think that's it. Like, we all know we're a piece of art, but now we gotta find that originality within us. You know, like, and that's just it. That's just it. Hell yeah, Jamie. I got to see that. Post it on your YouTube as well. But have a good one, guys. Appreciate everybody who tuned in. If you connect with these pieces, let me know in the chat. Peace and love.